In the grand theater of life, where fortunes rise and fall with the subtlety of a playwright's pen, there lies a profound lesson to be learned in the art of losing. It is a lesson that echoes through the halls of philosophy, where the wise counsel not to dread loss, but to understand it as an integral part of the human experience. To learn how to lose is to engage in a delicate dance with fate. It is to acknowledge that we are but actors on a stage, playing our parts under the watchful gaze of the cosmos. Our lines are not always of triumph. Often they speak of defeat, of plans gone awry, and of dreams that dissipate like mist at dawn. Yet, it is in these moments, when the applause fades and the lights dim, that one finds their strength. For one, loss is not an end, but a beginning. It is the first step on a path paved with self-discovery and growth. When we lose, we are presented with a choice: to fall into despair or to rise above, to see beyond the immediate sting of defeat, and to gaze into the horizon of possibility. One chooses the latter, for they know that every loss carves into the soul a space for wisdom to reside. Consider the ancient trees that stand tall and majestic. They too know loss. They shed their leaves when autumn whispers its arrival, standing bare against the cold bite of winter. Yet, they do not lament the loss of their foliage. Instead, they stand resilient, roots deep in the earth, waiting the renewal that spring promises. So too must we stand resilient in the face of loss, our roots deep in the virtues that define us. In the quiet contemplation of loss, one finds a wellspring of virtues. Patience, for one, is cultivated in the slow acceptance of life's rhythms. Courage, too, is forged in the fires of adversity, glowing brighter with each defeat endured. And above all, wisdom, that most precious of jewels, is polished to a shine, for it is through loss that we come to understand the transient nature of all things. To learn how to lose is to embrace the impermanence of life. It is to walk hand in hand with change, to greet it as an old friend rather than a feared adversary. One knows that fortunes are as fickle as the winds, that today's victory may be tomorrow's defeat. But in this knowledge, there is freedom. The freedom to live fully, unencumbered by the weight of attachment to outcomes we cannot control. The philosopher Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." How true this is when it comes to loss. We fear it, we dread it, and in doing so we give it power over us. But armed with reason and virtue, one strips loss of its imagined terrors. They see it for what it is, the natural ebb in the flow of life, a teacher whose lessons are harsh but fair. In the end, to learn how to lose is to learn how to live. It is to cultivate a garden of serenity within oneself, where the fruits of virtues may grow. It is to stand in the midst of life's storms with a calm heart and a clear mind, knowing that this too shall pass. And when the skies clear and the sun shines once more, one emerges not weakened by loss, but strengthened, ready to face the world with a renewed sense of purpose and poise. So let us learn how to lose, not with resignation, but with grace. Let us take the hand of loss and dance with it, learning its steps and its rhythm. For in this dance, we find the essence of resilience, the unshakable peace that comes from accepting life in all its varied forms, the good and the bad, the gain and the loss, with equanimity and resolve.